So this is the design that we'll be making in this video. So I'm not going to be talking about the upper part here. No, my explanation, my tutorial is going to be based on, the effect that it has right from under the bust to the hem line. Okay, and if you don't want the effect to start directly under your bust, you can just measure like 1 inch down from under bust line and starts creating your effect from there. Okay, so this is what we'll be learning in this class, and I hope you're going to sit back and watch from the beginning to the end. All right, let's get started. Here is my pattern, my skirt pattern, and I have my under bust line to the waist, because the effect actually starts from the under bust line. And I picked my half scale bodice pattern and just traced out the under bust line and added it, cut it out, added it to my skirt pattern. Okay, so this is my under bust line, and I have my waist line as well here, my hip line, and my desired new line. So right now I'm going to be extending my dark line towards the hem. Okay, and of course my bust span divided by 2 is what I used here. So you can see from the center front I am measuring 4 inches, which is my bust span divided by 2. Okay, so now I'm going to be extending it, drawing the line to the hem. All right, so this is what I have right now. I am going to open up the pattern, and here is my full front pattern piece. Okay, so and I'm going to extend this line by tracing the line so that I could have it on the other side of it. I hope you understand. So that's the essence of using a tracing wheel. You want to have your hip line, the same hip line on the other part, on the other side, because this is actually a full front panel pattern piece. So and this is what I'm doing right now. This is my waistline, my center front, my WW waistline. Okay, so and at this point from the waistline I'm going to come down by 2 inches or 1.5 inches, but here I came down by 2 inches from the waistline. Okay, not from under the bust. All right, and from this point that I just marked, I'm going to connect a line through this dot point and towards the other side. Okay, and the line could stop any point on this side. Okay, any point here. So now I'll be drawing my line right now, and this is a kind of asymmetric line. Okay, you can call it your style line because this is the particular style you're trying to achieve. So it's going to go through this point. Okay, now I am drawing it and going through that point to the other side. Okay, so this is what I have, and now I am going to cut. Okay, so now I'll put this aside and work on this. Okay, so right now I have my dart and I'm going to close it up using my pin. So this is it. Then the other side as well, the other darts, we close it up as well. And this is what I have. Can you see what I have? This is what I have. Okay, so you can just blend when you're cutting on fabric and blend it on the end parts. Okay, so this is what I have, and now I'm going to extend the side, front, and doing this I will be needing some paper, so, and attaching some paper to it as shown, and I'm trying to like create an A-shape effect, okay, by the side. So now I will extend this, the hemline on this new paper, okay, and I will measure 6 inches. Now this 6 inches is what I want. You can decide to measure like 8 or 6, you know, or anyone you want, okay. Now from my desired nail point, I will connect as shown to that 6 inches point on the hemline. And next is to measure from the hemline upward 1.5 inches. And you can measure 2 inches, okay, and just draw as shown. And right now I am done with this side and I'm cutting. So this is what I have. So you're going to repeat what you did here on the other side. I'm not going to do that. So what I simply did here was just to, you know, of course you knew how I did this, and I measured 6 inches. Now 6 inches, that is what I want. Now you may decide to like measure 8 inches, 10 inches, and you know, more than that. So it depends on what, how full, or you know, what you desire, okay. And as regards the slits here, the slit took place on the dart line, okay. So all you need to do, because I still have little dart here, you need to just slash from here. You slash to this desired nail. Now I usually call this point my desired nail because that is where my shaping usually take place, okay. So you know, here I shaped it, I came in by 1/4 of an inch. You can come in by 1 inch, so you know, it's 1 inch is also fine. So this is where my shaping usually take place, and from my waist down to this point is 20 inches. Yours could be 18 inches. Take the measurement on the body of your client or yourself and decide where you want the shaping to take place, okay. So this is my desired nail, and all I need to do is just to open it up, slash from the hemline down to this very point, and to this, you know, to the upper part. So from here you just extend the cutting till you get to the very end, and once you get to the very end, all you need to do is just to close the dart. So let me just quickly do that to, so that you guys can see what I'm trying to say. Turn your scissors this way, okay, and cut through the dart line, and you come down again, you know, from this, the point, the end of the dart, and use your scissors to remove the dart completely. Now you can see this is the dart that used to be here, and now it is off, okay. So all you need to do is to add your seam allowance on each of this panel. That you have 2 panels, you know, so one here, one here. This will make the front, the complete front. So ensure that where the dart starts from is being marked, okay. This is the end of the dart here. So mark it on your fabric so that you are, of course, your seam allowance will be added. Then you bring it together and sew. But before you do that, you need to, of course, by the time you add your seam allowance, try as much as you can to blend up this side, because now that that is off, there's a possibility that it will just look like this. One will be up, one will be down. So just blend it up, or you even remove the upper one. So it depends. So that is it. Then you bring it together and you sew. And by the time you sew, you stop your sewing or your stitching at this desired nail point. Okay? Once you bring it close like this, you will see that this will open just slightly. Can you see? So by the time you close it up and you double stitch or top stitch here, okay, then you have here as a slit. It is not, the slit is not too open, but if you want it too open, or you want it to be the opening to be very, very obvious, then you can just remove like 1/4 inch from each of the panel and sew it back, and just try to finish the edges neatly. So this is the down part, and I won't show you the back. I'll just quickly explain what you should expect, okay, on the back pattern. You don't need to alter anything on the waistline. The back remains the way it is. I hope you understand. The back remains the way it is. You don't alter the waistline. You don't try to do anything. The only thing that I feel you can do on the back, of course, is to add the flare that you've added to the front. Add it to the side of the back to complement what you have on the front piece, okay? And the only difference that you can, or probably only touch that you can also add to yours to make it a little different, is the center back. So what you have here, the flare that you added here, you can add it on the center back as well. And assuming this point, which is the center front now, let's assume is the center back. So at this very point, you are going to add this to it, okay? You are going to add this to it, 6 inches, 5 inches, or whatever inches. It might not be as wide. The hem might not be as wide as what you have on the side, okay? So you can just add like 3 inches width, okay? On the hem, you can make the hem of the one you attach to the back be like 3 or 4 inches, or you can even make it like 6 inches, okay? So you can add it on both sides of the back, both panels, okay? So this is it. Then you add it like this. Then for this panel, you also add it like this so that you can join it together. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So the two panels would have here, will have this, okay? You manipulate the fabric so as to be able to achieve what you want. So thank you so much for watching, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Thydee Patterns. So if you have any questions, let me know. And for those that have been asking me how to draft a basic bodice pattern using Natalie Brace method, wow, this is huge. And for me, I don't believe a particular pattern is perfect. You can't get a particular pattern as perfect for all sizes, okay? So there will be, you know, some kind of manipulation. There will be so many things that you need to put into place to be able to achieve what you want to achieve as a designer. But if you are so interested in learning how to draft a bodice pattern using Natalie Brace method, wow, please just send me a message on Facebook, Thydee Patterns, or you send me a message or direct, you know, message on Instagram, Thydee Patterns. I have some videos already on Telegram. So when you let me know that you're interested via Instagram or via Facebook, then I can add you to the class. Only pattern drafting, actually, no sewing. But of course, by the time you learn how to do this, it will be very easy. And I have the PDF that you can also follow, because I use the same terms that are being used in the book in that video. So if you're interested, you can let me know on Instagram or Facebook. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.